Good afternoon, CFM, and happy Saturday to you. This is a benchmark workout. It's a hero workout. So I don't know if I would recommend, if you did Murph and you're still sore from that, maybe take it a little bit easy today. However, this is in here in the programming on a typical Saturday format. So everyone just make sure you hear me when I say play this the way that you feel like playing it, right? And I personally, at my ripe old age, I would not be doing a hard Murph and then a hard hero workout on Saturday right afterward, but I would definitely like to get some movement in, right? So I might just go a little bit lighter on the weightlifting exercises, or maybe I only do 4 rounds or something like that. But just think about that as you go through it, that you don't ever have to be tied exactly to what's written here, and do the right thing for your body today, all right? So let's begin with the warm-up, 2 rounds. The first one, a 400-meter jog, and the second one, a 200-meter jog. You're more than welcome to row or bike ride if you would like to. Get about 2 minutes of medium-pace cardio and then 1 minute of medium-pace cardio for that. Then you're gonna have a band. We're gonna do band 3 exercises, Romanian deadlift. So just stretching out the hips and hamstrings, right, like so. And then get rid of half of that strap on the band and move to high pulls with the band. And then after you finish that, we'll take the band into the front rack position and we're gonna do band thrusters, right? So practicing those movement patterns that we're going to use in the workout with the band. And then a handful of practice box jumps, right? And you're more than welcome again to go a little bit lower on the box or progressively higher on the box. But when we do these, we will stand tall on top of the box. So like sometimes when we do box jump overs, you don't have to stand tall on them. For today, it's a burpee box jump is the movement. So make sure you stand tall, extend the hips on the top, all right? So after we finish with the warm-ups, we'll go through our barbell warm-ups. So make sure if we're doing 95 pounds, I would definitely do 1 or 2 increments in between the warm-up weight of the band and the full 95 pounds, right? But our exercise, our movement list, will start with running, right? So out and back, 400 meters. Then you're gonna come in for 10 reps of a burpee box jump. So on the burpee box jump, it's just my body goes all the way to the ground. And then instead of jumping and clapping, I jump myself up on top of the box and stand tall. And then you can either step or jump down and then repeat. You do not have to do any jumping, clapping. The movement does not start with a jump and clap and then drop to the ground. The movement starts with you standing there and then dropping to the ground, okay? And then you're gonna go into some barbell exercises. So sumo deadlift high pull, right? So from the hips or from the shins, extend the hips up and then pull to approximately the collarbones. Don't hit your chin with it, and try to make sure that your hands stay below your elbows the whole time. So you never want to be in this position with your elbows below your hands. You always want to have your hands below your elbows at the top of that, and then always be trying to think about using your legs and your hips to drive that momentum on the bar, right? So this is one of the hardest movements to not do the early arm bend on, because it would just seem so convenient if I could just start pulling right here, that it would make my movement faster. And it does for a little while, until your biceps and your forearm and your shoulders get completely roasted from doing all that extra work, right? So I like to say, make the hips do their job of creating that initial burst of momentum, and then your arms will have a significantly easier time doing that functional pattern, right? When you finish with your 10 reps of the sumo deadlift high pull, then you're gonna go to thrusters. So again, full squat and then full extension overhead. And at the end of rep number 10, I look at the clock, I see what the time is, I might even write it down, and then I take exactly 1 minute rest as I walk, get a drink of water, walk back to the door. At the 1 minute mark, I run out the door for my next round. So the entire round is on the clock, and then once we get started, you will all be on individual clocks. So make sure that you're watching the clock when you stop the thrusters, so that you know when to start again, all right? And that is it for the workout. It's 5 rounds through, and that is wood, the benchmark. So look back in your history to see if you've done that one before. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you next Monday.